Welcome to Break Into Tech Show with Professor Temi Akinwumi of My IT University, a multi-award winning tech CEO, career coach, and mentor. With decades of hands-on tech career, will ensure your career dreams come true. Join our extraordinary show today on groundbreaking topic for a successful career. Do you want a $100,000 job as a cybersecurity professional, Scrum Master, Business Analyst Software QA, Cloud Architect, Data Analyst, Technical Recruiter, and more? Visit www.myituniversity.com to schedule a call. Come and get inspired to secure a lucrative job, keep the job, and grow on the job. Relax, receive, and see results. We're glad you're here. Share, like, and comment.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm so excited that you're able to join us today. I hope you are doing very well. My name is Professor Temi Akinwumi, and I'll be your host today. This is your Break Into Tech show. I'm so happy. I hope everybody is doing well. I greet you, good morning, good night, good evening, wherever you're joining us from. Today is going to be a wonderful discussion, and we are going to be discussing about a very wonderful topic, which is actually really going to be an interview. We're going to be interviewing our mentors, a mentor that have mentored into tech over the years that are with us now, doing very well in tech. We want to show you how to break into tech, keep the job, and grow on the job. For people that are just meeting me for the first time, I've been in tech for 3 decades. Yes, 3 decades. And I've been mentoring them for the past 18 years. I have 5 degrees in tech, 10 certification, and 10 awards. I love to give back and to empower the community. And guess what? My IT university is actually CompTIA apprenticeship for tech. We support the county, the state, and the federal. We are known to help you break into tech. Today, we are going to be interviewing one of our wonderful, great mentors. If this gentleman can break into tech and do great things in tech, you all can also do great things in tech. I want you to be rest assured that there's nothing to be scared of. Tech is good, tech is great, and you're going to hear from this expert the great things that he's doing in tech, where he is in tech, and all that. So have your notepad and pen ready, and let's go. If you're trying to break into tech, schedule a call with me as well. It's scrolling down right here, www.myituniversity.com. We don't only help you to break into tech, we help you to keep the job and grow on the job. So that is what we do. Thank you so very much. And I'm going to be welcoming my guest today. And we're going to be having a wonderful discussion. So let's go there. Welcome. Let's meet you, my guest. I want to introduce yourself and also who you are. Welcome. Can we hear from you?
Yeah, let me start by thanking you, Professor Temi, for this opportunity and the great work you are doing with my IT university. I believe the society is actually benefiting from your good work. I want you to continue to keep it up. So we really, really do appreciate all your efforts. Having said that, my name is Sylvester Popola, or you can call me Shola Popola to be original. So I've not been in IT for too long. If I say not too long, is kind of relative, actually depending on who is actually looking at it. For like Professor Temi, who has been IT for 3 decades, she would say it's not too long. But for someone who wants to break into my IT university, he might say my 5 to 8 years experience in cybersecurity is a long one. So it's kind of relative. Who am I? I do not have IT background, even though I was an accountant originally, with little IT background, basically on just reporting from the front end on things like Hyperion. Apart from that, I would say my IT career is pretty much like zero, coming to the US, right? So my bachelor is actually in economics, and of course, you can see economics has nothing to do with IT specifically, and be an accountant, So my IT was not up there. So that's who I am. But along the line, with the help of my IT university and some other personal effort, I have can tell you, confidently that at least I'm doing very great right now in the market. I now have my master's in cybersecurity and some very, very relevant certifications in my IT, in IT, and all with the help of my IT university originally, and with my personal effort and passion for the profession. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you so much. And you said your passion for the profession. And that is one
Correct.
thing you have to take away, because if you are not passionate to do it, it's like you are just gonna, you have to be passionate. Anything you want to do at all, they always say anything that's worth doing at all is worth doing well. If you decide to break into tech, I always tell people, have a dream. When you have your dream, you must have a goal set towards the dream. And when you have a goal set towards a dream, then you must have a strategy. You have a dream to break into tech, you reach out, we set up your goals, and then we have a strategy for you to break into tech. When you broke into tech, you didn't just go and sit down and fold your hand. No, you decided to, masters in cybersecurity. Then you decided to have all the certification. I'm sure I'm seeing like 5 certification behind you or so. So that is what you have done over time. So people that are trying to break into tech, I always encourage them. I'm always passionate for tech. And that is why I'm still here today, even after 30 years. And if not after 18 years of mentorship. If I'm not passionate about tech, I will not be here today. I always tell people, be passionate. If you are passionate about what you want to do, you're already 50% successful. The other 30, 50%, leave it to me. Just come in with your passion, and that's all I need. So thank you so very much. So my question to you was, what inspired you to pursue a career in cybersecurity, and what do you love about it?
This is an interesting question, though. I want to tell you, talking generally, people break into cyber security, in a different way, especially depending on the background. But, what I want to emphasize, though, is the fact that anyone, when I say anyone, I mean anyone, even without a college degree, or you have a college degree and it's not IT related, can't break into cybersecurity and be very successful. But in my own case, I want to say it's kind of unique, and in a way, because like I did mention in my intro, my background is not in IT, not to talk of cyber. So I have my bachelor degree in economics, and later became a chartered accountant before I came to the US, right? So I found myself in an environment, working environment that pretty much I believe that is not where I should be, right? So, coming and having to start with those odd jobs, I beginning to think, how do I make myself better, right? So that was what informed my, taking a decision to go into cyber. I initially wanted to pursue my original area of interest, which was probably going into CPA and stuff like that. But, in a way, I decided against it, So, and why did I decide against it and decide to go into cyber? First, I look at the market, and I know the market is very, very competitive. And I know that in terms of job security, cyber security is one of the areas you want to look at. Not only that, in terms of pay, right? The pay, in the market, relatively, I would say, if you're in cyber, the likelihood of you being able to have a good pay, might not be too fantastic, and it might be very, very fantastic, with time, So those are some of the things that initially actually, put my interest in cybersecurity. So as I started the cybersecurity journey now, actually started as an IT auditor to start with in the first place. So when I now found out that cyber is far better than kind of in terms of pay, which was what my driving factor in the first place, I have a friend that has passed through my IT university, he now said, okay, or if you want to break into cyber, I will recommend you start, especially that you don't have maybe the technical area. Maybe you should first start with my risk management framework, training with my IT university. That's the way he started, right? So which I quickly embraced, and I joined my IT university, to take my training in RMF, and I want to tell you that pretty much immediately I completed the training. I would say, was it up to a month or 2 months? I got a very good job as a security control assessor. That was where I started with. So with the help of my IT university, I was able to kind of break into it, right? So as with that now, as I developed a very great passion for that profession, I started moving forward in that line. Like I said, in the first thing, before you go into cybersecurity, you have to have passion for that job that you want to go into. So as I develop it, I have a great passion for it. And then now, I'm working with top professionals in the field and solving cybersecurity issues with, very top people when we talk of cybersecurity, and in a very dynamic environment. So in summary, that was how I broke into cybersecurity. So if I want to summarize it, first, you have to have the passion for what you do. Be like in my own case, I know one of the driving factor was probably job security. Thirdly, one other thing that actually for everybody kind of want to make money, right? So money was a factor in my decision. And of course, I know that being up there, I will be able to contribute to the society. I will be able to, take care of my family and meet my immediate needs. That was what informed my actually journey go into cyber. Yeah.
Wow, 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 wow. You said it all and you summarized it. I don't even know where to fit in now because I'm trying to summarize it for you, but you did a good job. That makes you an analyst. You are able to analyze it and you're able to sum it up. Excellent.
Thank
So,
you.
yes. So, you were looking at that exactly like you said. The why is because of job security. There are many jobs in IT. You were in IT audit when you were not even in cybersecurity before, in tech before. Then you try to start with IT audit. You notice the pay is not that good. Then your friend told you that we have to break into cybersecurity. You should look at the cybersecurity, and you did, and you get a job like a 2 months after, right? And then so your job security since that time, you can never say today I don't have a job. It's not gonna happen. I always tell people, you will never say I don't have a job. No, because you always have a job. Some people will have 2 or 3 jobs for real. You can hear from them, right? And from them too, you have another friend that you sent to me, and he also got a job again. Also, that guy was actually working for Costco because I
Yeah.
had he was working for Costco as warehouse. I saw him on Costco. I was going on Costco buying something. And he said, "President." I was like, "I've been looking for you, President." I was like, "Who is this guy?" Or something like that. And I think it's the same guy that you knew or something like that. And now he's working. He's doing well in cybersecurity. And a lot of people like that you have introduced to me, and you can attest to the fact. So people can break into tech. Good money, good pay, very good pay. I always tell people you can make up to 200K. They believe they're looking like, yes, I brought Doreen making up to 200K, and some of them have even having 2 jobs. People are making up to 400K. I'm telling you this thing. You can hear from them. We're not gonna bring somebody and be telling you all that they make, but I'm telling you behind the back that they make that kind of money in tech. So thank you so much, Sylvester. I really love that.
Thank you.
Also, another question would be, How do you think cybersecurity contribute to the society, and what impact do you think professionals in this field can make to the society?
Hmm. Another good question, Professor Temi. Yeah, the world is a global village, in this digital age, right? And having said that, we know that, there are cyber bad actors out there who are working ceaselessly hard, to create havoc and, make money out of people in different ways, So a society have to work ceaselessly hard as well to ensure that they are always ahead of the bad actors. That is the society's responsibility. And that is where the cybersecurity professionals now comes in to help the society, right? And how do cyber professional help the society? We want to be sure. Well, I won't say they again because I'm already one. We have to be sure that we protect all the necessary infrastructures of that society, to kick against or make sure that the bad actors are not able to in any way penetrate, the IT infrastructures that guides our society. Of course, we know we every country, every society have what we call the intellectual properties. One of the responsibilities of the cyber experts, is just to make sure that, all those aspects of the societies are actually taken care of, against those bad actors. You want to agree with me that, in the world today, cyber war is out there. If you see the war that is going on in Ukraine, Russia, Israel, Hamas, is not all about ammunition. There are a lot of cyber war also going out there. One of our responsibilities as a professional, cyber professionals, comes in handy in that area to protect the society, and we have some other personal identifiable informations, that we have, that, the bad actors, the cyber bad actors can actually leverage to create havoc to even individuals. So one of our responsibility to the society is to make sure we guide against that. And that is just one aspect. Another aspect is this. Like I said, if you are in cyber, the likelihood of you making good pay out there, if you know your work and you have the passion for the job, you are likely to make good pay, right? So, and when you make good pay, what it implies is that, the government is going to tax your pay, right? Which means, in a way, we are providing an income to government to meet their obligations to the society, right? So, like I would say, for example, now we have the FBI, DHS, protecting, the country. How do they do that successfully? Is through funding. So the fact that you are a cybersecurity professional with good pay means that you are contributing to the society in a way, that you are providing funds to that society, to help, government be able to perform their responsibilities, in securing our country or the nation. And apart from that, the fact that some of us, especially those of us in cyber, we're making good money and we are paid. There are still a lot of people out there who are not able to, fend for themselves, right? We cannot all be making good money. There will be everywhere, all over the world. You have some people who are less privileged, they are not able for one constraint or the other. They are not able to fend for themselves, right? Government also have that responsibility to provide for that society. It could be medical, it could be anything. So in a way, as a cyber professionals, that's a way we also indirectly, also contribute to the society apart from working hands-on, on those key infrastructures, that protect our society. So those are the ways we kind of actually support the society, and you will agree with me, those are the impacts of us who are professionals in this field.
Very good. Thank you so much. So you're able to give back to the community. You're able to
Yes.
help the less privileged. You're able to support the government with your
Mm-hmm.
taxes, and you're able to also help the industry in mitigating all those risks that they can have.
Yeah.
Supporting them and standing in the gap. Very good. Thank you so very much. Also, one thing that I know people would definitely want to hear is, how is your day to day like? What do you do day to day? How is your job like? What do you do? Can you share with us what it looked like as you been in your field every single day?
Hmm. Yeah, like I said, somehow I have worked in different areas. I have been an IT security auditor. I have been a compliance analyst. I have been, a SCAR security control assessor after MIT university training. Then now I work as an information system security officer. Working directly with the system owners, working with the CISO, working with the top people over there. So, in terms of what my day-to-day role has always been is pretty much, I have assigned systems that I kind of have the responsibility to protect security-wise, making sure that I take all those systems through the normal authorization process. So my day-to-day is to make sure that, I go to my work, I look the system that is assigned to me, have the responsibility of ensuring that that system is secure, by working, independently and collaboratively with other teams in the security team, my system owner, my CISO, and making sure that everything is good and well, day in, day out. Those are in at a high level. That is what I do. So I don't think I will have the opportunity to go into the nitty gritty
Yeah.
of what I do, but in a nutshell, that is what my day to day role has always been.
Okay, thank you very much. So is it difficult? Is it a difficult job? Is it hard?
No, no. Like I said, if somebody like me with my background, can break into cybersecurity and doing well, anybody can do it, I believe. It just depends on passion, that you really have the commitment that you want to do this thing. It's not a difficult thing. And you see, one thing we want to emphasize here is this. There's always this fear for those people that are coming into cyber, thinking that, cyber is that thing that you must be able to be an IT guru. You want to be able to do coding and do this, and you get scared. No, if you can write 1, 2, 3, you can be an IT cyber security. It's not as if it's not challenging, but it is not difficult. It's all a functions of passion. Like me, for instance, now, some of these jobs are kind of procedural, right? As you work on this stuff, it becomes like nothing. So the fear of maybe this is something anybody cannot do, I would want that anyone that is outside there should just quickly stamp it out of his or her mind. It's something that anybody who is interested and have passion for can do, and do it perfectly as well, because I've been there, right? Because originally I have always had this scared of maybe, oh, hey, I'm not good hands-on, I'm not this, I'm not that. These things you learn it by time, and before you know it, you even have to something you feel that, so, oh my God, so this is that easy. So that's the way it is. So it's all about passion. It's not it's not like kind of rigid thing that you have to break block to be able to mold. No, it's a very good area that you can go to and be very, very, very successful.
So,
right? Even if you don't have a university degree, maybe you just like maybe you have your skill set, like we call it, you can break into IT because IT is so wide, right? There are different areas in IT. There are some that even with your high school, right, you can go hands-on and start something and move on from there. So it's not a question of maybe you must be lettered to the extent that you have a degree. No, 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 no. Stamp it out. It doesn't work that way, because there are different categories and layers in IT. Just like there are different aspects of IT that anybody can move into and be successful. So I lay the fear of maybe it's difficult. I lay the fear that I must have to have a degree. I lay the fear that I must be hands-on. It is something that anyone who have passion to be in cyber can actually do. And you might be surprised that even you that don't have degree might eventually be doing better in that field than those people who originally even have the idea. It happens. So I want people to just extinguish that fear from their mind that maybe it must be something that is so difficult and crazy that one should not think of getting into. Yeah.
thank you so much, Sylvester. And that's what I always tell people. I'm so glad that you're able to also share this because I always say this, but I don't want people to only think that they're just hearing from Professor Timmy. No, let them hear from you. All other, like I said, we already have like 1,000+ engineer that we have helped break into tech here. So let them also hear from you all that yes, they can do it. I always tell people if you can be a teacher, if you can be a customer service representative, if you can be a teller, a cashier in the bank, you can do cybersecurity. You are not, there's no coding, there's no math, there's no statistics. It's just process. It's analyzing systems. And an SE system probably going to be using Microsoft Word, maybe Excel sometime. That's the max. And if you have to maybe do any particular, quote unquote, a particular tool, you will be trained to do all those chores or activities or roles. But we train you in depth in Mighty University. We don't only coach you, we mentor you, we prep you for interviews, and we guide you to break in. Even after you break into tech many, many years, like Sylvester now, is still with us and we still support him anytime they need help. We have a community here, Big Tech Nation, that will always support our students, our mentors, our mentees to break in and to connect. So that's very important. Thank you so much for that. And we know that there's so many benefits in cybersecurity, and the people have had money. The money is good, the work-life balance. I know most of the times you are work from home. Hybrid is there now. You can work from home completely. If you want to go to jobs, you can. Even if you don't have an IT background and you break into tech, if you want to continue your education, most companies will send you because they have set aside money that they use for education, training, and all of that, and just continuous support, continuous mentorship, and leadership. That's all. So that's very important. I'm so glad that you are able to say that. And I know we've mentioned a little bit about this while we talk about what are some common misconceptions about cybersecurity that novice individual may have. They have all this misconception. I'll let you start that. We said it a little bit, but I wanted to go a little bit deeper into that because people will be on YouTube, they'll be on LinkedIn, they'll be on Facebook, they'll be on Instagram, and will just believe, oh, these people are supposed to be some superhero, super giant, superman, superwoman. They are doing this. Can I do? We said it a little bit, but people are seeing, no doubt in their mind that they can do it because you can do it. You don't need to have a background or tech background or college degree in cybersecurity to break in. Start from where you are. Can you expatiate a little bit on that? Now.
Yeah, that's fine, Professor Temi. Just like I have mentioned earlier, there's always this belief for those that want to come into cybersecurity that this job is actually meant for IT professionals, and that if you are not an IT professional or maybe you don't have background in IT, cybersecurity or tech is not an area you want to look at. I will say don't just stamp it out from your mind. It doesn't work that way. Anyone can come into cyber, irrespective of your background, irrespective of the fact that maybe you have only a high school. There are just like I mentioned, there are a whole lot of areas in IT is so dynamic, that there are so many areas that is so wide out there that you can leverage, and break into IT, especially when you have, an institutions like my IT university that can kind of, walk you through the process. At times, it's good for you to have somebody who will give you mentorship, not just mentorship, but the right mentorship. There could be thousands of trainers out there. When you are taking your decisions, I will, talking for myself and for my own experience, I would highly recommend a place like my IT university, where definitely I can assure you that if you go in there, the likelihood of you coming out in a flying color and being able to do great in the market, one thing is having the knowledge, another thing is being able to really perform on the job. So my IT university, I believe, is seriously equipped in a way that, even after the training, they will definitely give you some kind of support on the job. So that is one thing that is very, very clear. And another, misconception I always see people feel that, when it comes to IT or cyber, it is only the IT that is responsible. We all are responsible for the safety of the society, and it will be a very good and noble gesture for you to be aligned to institutions like cybersecurity field, where your voice will be heard in terms of making sure that the society is safe. In summary, it's not cybersecurity and individual safety of the nation is not IT responsibility. It is everybody's responsibility. We only have a privilege as a cyber to be in the forefront, and you can also be in the forefront. You get what I'm saying? So that is just the basic thing, and it's not a question of maybe can I do it? You can do it if you have the right mentorship, the right people to guide you, and tailor you towards how the best way you can achieve all your lofty ambition. I want to tell you perfectly, my IT university is one of those places that I will personally recommend, based on my own personal experiences and relationship with them, that is a place to be. And cybersecurity, like I said, people think, especially when I say people, people who don't have that knowledge, might think that it's kind of one-off kind of a thing. Cybersecurity is an ongoing process. You don't be in cyber and say, okay, I have completed this assignment and it is done. No, because the cyber, the actors, the bad actors there are not resting on their oars as well, because they are proactively making researches on how to beat what you are trying to achieve. So
Exactly.
the notion that people think, the novice think that, okay, cybersecurity is a one-off thing. No, it is not. It is an ongoing process. So it's a thing you can do. Just get the right mentorship, the right way to go about it, and you will be good and fine. So that's all I can say.
Very
Uh,
good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Like you mentioned continuous. So it's continuous, like you do continuous monitoring.
mhm.
Cybersecurity is a continuous thing too. There will not be a time that people will say we don't have a job. No, because even look at it all over the world now, even in the US now. See what happened to the motor vehicle, the auto dealership that the CDK, there was data breach all over the dealership for over weeks now, and they can't even pay their staffs. They can't do anything. They need people like us to always support them and to make sure that they can achieve this goal. That's very good. I'm so grateful that you are able to mention all those areas, and that in my IT university, we don't just coach you, we also mentor you and guide you. It's not allowed for you to get in, but we need to be coached, to be mentored, and to be trained to break into cybersecurity. Thank you so very much for that. And another thing I want to ask you: are there jobs out there? Are there jobs
Idea?
out there? Are there jobs,
Oh,
cybersecurity jobs out there? People say, okay, no job, they are laying off, they are doing this.
let
I
me
want people not in cybersecurity. No way. Can you share
let
that?
me let me just say this emphatically, right? I don't think we are near, filling the gaps or the opportunities that we have in cyber. Is growing, right? The
Every day.
idea that maybe are there jobs out there is not even some anyway. For those of us who are there, it's not something we even think about, But for those who don't know, might be thinking about it. I don't think there's any field right now that when we talk of job availability that will be equated to what we have in cyber. And the fact is that we still have even a long way to go. So the market is out there. And like I said, if you are breaking into cyber, you might not necessarily be at the top to start with, but I can assure you that you can always get something to start with, And based on the training that we have from my IT university, it kind of prepare us in a way that in most cases, we don't start from low there. You're right. We'll start from at least intermediate.
Yeah, mid level.
And when I
Yeah.
say intermediate, it's
Mhm.
not a pay that is a joke.
Six digits.
So so the market is very, very robust when it
Mhm.
comes to cybersecurity. And anybody that's ever thinking of going there should not even think of maybe can I ever get a job or cannot get a job. No, just it's a matter of time. You will definitely get a job that you will sit down and be happy and say, "Oh my goodness!" So this kind of opportunity is out there all along. So that is what I can say. So definitely, the market is very good, in terms of maybe availability.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, and we'll be rounding up. I want to ask you, because almost all the question I want to ask you, the skills. There's no special skill that they need, no special qualification that they need to break in. It's all there. Whatever, if you want, whatever, come as you are. That's what it is. People that are
Mhm.
18 years old, 22 years old, they are breaking in. They are doing great things. People that are 70 years old, they are breaking in. It doesn't matter your age. You can do it if you believe in yourself. Have confidence in yourself, which will help you also boost your confidence. You can do well in cybersecurity. All you have to do is schedule a call, then scrolling down here, or just text me on the number here. That is my number, and I'll help you break in. I will ask you the last question, and so that our people, if they have any question, we can always answer the question later if they have. So, what advice will you give someone just starting their journey into cybersecurity now, contemplating, dreaming about it, thinking about it? What is your advice for them?
See, my let me start by saying the first advice I will give you is that believe in yourself, right? And have passion for what you want to go into. That is very key, right? That is, I want to be a cybersecurity person, then be determined that you want to be a cybersecurity person. Secondly, have passion for that job, because any job you're doing you don't have passion with, the tendency that you might succeed, but you might not succeed easily as it will be if you have passion for that job, right? That is talking generally now. Now, like we have emphasized, anybody can break into cybersecurity, irrespective of your background. So my advice is this. Yes, you can start, from not being anybody, not know anything, but at the same time too, you don't have to sit on your oar, right? I'll take my own case as an example. Like I said, even though I have little background, and I have people who don't even have zero, who has zero background compared to my own. No, but the moment you get into the cyber, like we emphasize, it's an ongoing thing. Just that the cyber itself is an ongoing thing. Your training should be an ongoing thing as well. You have to, try as much as possible to continuously make yourself relevant in the market. And how do you make yourself relevant in the market? First, you have to have a very good IT networking with your professional colleagues, right? People probably who are being in the field or who are also coming in the field could even be your peer. You have to be able to kind of move along with them and know more. We all, nobody is perfect. Nobody is infallible. We all have our weaknesses and peculiarities, right? I might be good somewhere and you might be good in another way. So by the time you kind of interact with your peers, you kind of learn more. For those areas where you have deficiency, you learn more. Now, break into the cyber probably with zero knowledge, like I said, continuous training. You have to start looking, okay, what can I do to kind of improve myself in this field? It happens in all professions, not in cybersecurity alone. So let's say you don't have anything, then you have to start thinking of what can I do, maybe in terms of certifications, to kind of support your experience, because it is very relevant. And, breaking into IT, there's some, at a point in time, you might need some basic certifications to get certain things, right? So, and you can always start from the low certifications, I know my IT university trained people in Security Plus, for instance. Mm-hmm. Security Plus is pretty much like a foundation, So you want to go into cyber, move to my IT university, take your training, for instance, in IT Security Plus, right? That is a basic foundation. When you have that now, of course, you can even, that is not to say if you don't have Security Plus, you cannot get a job. You will get a job. But I'm saying it's an ongoing process, right? So you start, making yourself relevant with those certifications. Like I said, basic certification, like Network Plus. And I know my IT university to train for Network Plus. Because Network Plus is a knowledge that is relevant in IT in many areas, right? If you are in compliance, if you are in SCAR, you are ISO, you are into other network certification is key, like CCNA, you can, anything like that, you can have it, And of course, as you progress in the journey, you might now start thinking of managerial certifications, right? Like you have the CISM, you have the CSSP, you have some other certifications like certified ethical hackers. Those are at the top, right? So you don't have to bother your head at the beginning that, okay, they say CSSP is difficult, certified ethical hacker is massive. What's it called? Maybe CISM, and kind of discourage you. No, it's step by step, right? So, and by the time you get a knowledge in Security Plus, which I would highly, highly recommend that you take a training from my IT university, it will give you a very solid foundation in any area you want to go into, right? So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that, one, my advice will be, don't ever say I cannot move into cyber or IT because I don't have the knowledge. You can go into it. But when you go into it and you can also get job without any certification, then build up your skills, right? In terms of certification. And not only certification, your soft skill is very, very important. things like Microsoft 365, be acquainted with them, like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and all those things. They will help you on the job itself when you get it, because some of these things you are going to leverage on them. So those are just my advice generally, for those who want to move into IT or cyber. And I would want to encourage you that it is an area that is good, and emphasize the fact that get the training where you can actually be sure that the knowledge you have is what will take you through. Just we have like in my IT university training program, they have a lot of trainings there. It just depends on area of IT you want to go into. I just personally decided to go into the area I am. There are so many areas that they're trained on that, are not my core areas, but I can tell you, just depending on your own interest on what you want to do, an area you want to go into in IT, just move to my IT university, and I can guarantee you that, you have a very successful end, by the time you're done with them.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
We cannot thank you enough for all this wonderful elaboration, discussion, breaking things down, letting people hear from you as a mentor, a mentee that has become a mentor and a giant in tech. Thank you so much for that. And that's why I always tell people, start from wherever you are. Security Plus is key for our student here at my IT University. We train you with the foundational knowledge, just as you mentioned. Security Plus and GRC. GRC entails all these courses I mentioned here. Some places you will go, they just train you one course and you are gone, and they throw you out of the program and you're on your own. Here, we don't throw you out of the program, we keep you, we help you to break into the tech and keep the job and keep growing. So we have so many certificates programs right now. We have program around the RMF, the ISO, PCI, iTrust, and so many other area that you can break into, and we mentor you into them. Like right now, one of the mentorship that we do right now, we finish some things on the university use cases. We have stakeholders here, university. We have one for Echo Power, which is a power company, and another one for Secure Bank, which is a banking. We finished those ones. We completed that for 8 weeks of mentorship. Right now, what we started as of yesterday was the one for like a supply chain organization like Walmart. There's one for auto dealership and manufacturing like Toyota. And there is another one for the tech company like Dropbox. And there's one for there's another one for healthcare like Mestar Health. So those four major areas decided yesterday, and that's going to run them for the next 8 weeks. That's mentorship. You finish training, you graduated, you are prepping for interviews, and you are doing mentorship. That's what's going to help you to be able to discuss intelligently, not just training you and throw you out of the corner. We don't do that. Mentorship is a lifetime support here. We continually support you and mentor you. Every single Saturday, 2 hours mentorship is what we give you for free. You don't have to pay for that. We optimize your resume, we do your LinkedIn profile, help you with everything, guide you, prep you, and all that. So you're in the family of Big Tech Nation for life, and we're always going to support you. So thank you so much for coming and for also echoing what we are saying, that they can break into tech and they can do well in tech and make good money in tech. So if you have any more questions for Sylvester, feel free to put in the comment section. I will be glad to respond to you. You can schedule a call with me, myituniversity.com, or send me a text on 240-350-6159. I'll be sure to help you, guide you, and register you for our upcoming classes are coming up. You can see break into tech this year and do great things this year. So thank you so much. And not only cybersecurity, we have other area, but it's just that cybersecurity is the most lucrative role. We have Scrum Master, Product Owner, Software Tester, QA, Business Analysis, data analysis, and so many other areas. But the major ones is cybersecurity. I can never tell you that enough. So thank you so much, Sylvester, for coming out to bless us and to share with us. So that's very wonderful. Please, everybody, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and join us every single time that we come on board. join us and also ask your question as needed. So, Sylvester, thank you so very much. Is there any last words you want to say before we call it a day? Thank you so much. We are grateful.
Yeah, it's just to repeat what I said earlier, though. Just to say, Professor Temi, my IT investor, you're really doing a great job out there. And I want to say, myself inclusive, we do appreciate you. And I want to encourage whoever is still out there and thinking that maybe IT or cybersecurity, to be specific, is an area or a field that you must have a PhD before you can go into. Please erase that. You can actually start, your journey into cybersecurity, not even as a graduate, but as a high school holder, you can move into cyber security. It's just a question of you just have to have that passion and the right attitude, that this is what I want to do. You have to have that determination or the discipline, and dedication, to succeed, and like I rightly mentioned, it is very important for you to start your journey in a place where you can have a good mentorship and a backup support when you're starting your role, in terms of maybe sub mentorship. And now, like I said, not because it's not because I just want to say it, but I'm saying it because I have passed through it. I would highly recommend my IT investee that they are well equipped, and with right professional trainers that can kind of take you through the nitty gritty of what it takes, to be a successful cyber security expert, just like myself. It was after I left my IT university that I have a lot of certifications that I never had. Before I joined my IT university, the only certification that I can proud I had was just what was it? I think Security Plus and IT audit. But I can tell you that after that, with dedication, with encouragement, sometimes reaching out to my IT investors, to ask questions, I can tell you right now, I'm very proud of many certifications. I have the CSSP, I have my CISM, of course, I had my Security Plus, and I had my master thereafter. And like I said, it's a continuous process. I'm telling you, even right now, as I speak with you, I'm not stopping, because like I said, IT is a dynamic field. We all know that most systems now go into the cloud. I was beginning to think that I have to have a certification that is, cloud related. So I'm beginning to think of my CCSP, that is a certified cloud security professional. That is what I'm working on. So be rest assured that, okay, the journey starts with a step, and you don't have to be a degree holder or anything before you start. Just start, with my IT university, and you will really for sure get up there. So that's all I can say in summary. And
Wow.
thank you again, Professor Temi, for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you so much. We cannot thank you enough for
Yeah.
coming to join us and to share with us and to inspire people that are thinking about breaking into tech. I know they have heard from you, and I know that they will take a step of faith. I'm so grateful that you're able to join us. I wish you well in your endeavors. I wish you success, more success, as you dive into deeper into the waters of cybersecurity. Thank you so much. And may
All
God
right. Thank
bless you
you.
and your
Yeah.
family. Have a
All right.
wonderful day. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Professor
Thank
Temi.
you, everybody, for
Thank you.
joining
Yeah.
us. If you have any question, please feel free to leave in the comment section and we will answer your question. Thank you so much, everybody.